Mr. President, binanggit lang naman niya ako dahil close kami at that time ni Pulong Duterte. Totoo naman yun, inamin ko yun, alam niya sa Senate. Nagkaharap kami sa Senate niyan. Sinabi ko na yun, sinigot ko na yun siya niyan. Kaya nga hanggang ngayon, wala silang mano sa akin eh.
So you were saying that it's at that time, no? Close kayo at that time. Ngayon, hindi na kayo close.
Mr. President, it is a known fact in Davao na kalaban ako ni Congressman Pulong Duterte.
And would you care to explain bakit kalaban ka na ngayon na dati close kayo?
Actually, hindi ko rin alam, Mr. President, kung bakit eh. Pareho lang din yan, hindi ko alam kung bakit. Bakit ako ginadamay ni former Senator Trillanes?
Senator Trillanes, no? Because while you were making the presentation, kanina ko pa gusto ma-interrupt sana eh, kasi most of your, the information that you gave were actually available already in open sources, no? Like newspaper clippings and the affidavits of persons. And in fact, it appears nga na parang you were just making a summary of everything that you found from newspaper articles to the affidavits of other resource persons. Tama po ba?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
And the difficulty kasi in asking you questions about it is that because your statements are going to be based on either an article or the affidavit of another person. And the rule supposedly is that it's best to ask the person who executed the affidavit or the person who made the news article, di ba? Kasi parang maging double hearsay na tuloy yung sitwasyon ngayon eh, di ba?
Yes, Mr.
And
Chairman.
I hope you understand why I'm saying this, because in the spirit of fair play din sana, it would give the other persons who have been named in the affidavit and in the news articles also the opportunity to confront the persons who actually made the affidavit.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Sa nakita nyo po, no, since hindi naman po tayo nasa court of law, the way I presented everything, ito yung resulta nung investigation, no, when I was still in the Senate, and nagkalap kami ng intelligence information, yan, open sources, tapos insider information. Then that was very critical. Before namin nakausap si Las Cañas, all of us were susceptible in embracing or swallowing the false narrative of Duterte na talagang galit siya sa droga. And the way he delivers these things, very emphatic eh, na talagang parang kapanipaniwala na galit talaga. But then, here's an insider guy who came up with all of this information. Talagang nag-iba yung paradigm. And ang difficulty namin at that time was how to communicate this new paradigm to the general public, because at that time talagang kontrolado nila yung buong communications apparatus, and yun po ang difficulty.
You are referring to Art Las Cañas.
Yes, opo.
Well, the issue I have with Art Las Cañas din kasi when he first appeared before the Senate ba yun?
Yes.
He was saying a different thing. In fact, he was defending then President Duterte. It was only a few months after where he recanted and made another statement about the involvement of then President Duterte about drugs.
Opo.
And every time kasi we present a witness na parang says something and then does another thing,
Yeah.
medyo kami din nang natatamaan dyan eh, di ba? Kasi it's parang coming from a tainted source. That's why I hope you understand my sentiments po, because I always want to protect also the integrity of this committee. That's why I'm bringing these issues up, no? Kasi while I was listening to you kanina, it's either Art Las Cañas, Asierto, or the other newspaper articles ang basis ng ano. I was really hoping that you could have given us more concrete siguro evidence po on what actually to support the allegations made by Las Cañas.
Okay, I totally agree, no? Especially coming from lawyers, very strict yung discipline nila about witnesses recanting. But as ano po, no, as a non-lawyer, in my case, when I was still a cadet, I was the chairman of this honor committee. Talagang we do investigative work and we profile the subjects, demeanor. So, na-acquire ito. When I was in the Navy as an investigation officer, nakikita mo you'll be able to know whether somebody is lying and somebody is telling the truth. No? Pwedeng matest po yan in so many ways, mabibet. Pero po yung paglalay at the first instance, depende po sa circumstances. When they are fearful of their own lives, it is totally understandable. At pero dito po ang nangyari sa kanya, talagang he risked everything Kumbaga hindi ako makapaniwala nung unang sinabing babaliktad si Las Cañas because doon sa first appearance niya sa Senate, talagang matindi talaga, hardcore siya. Pero kaya binet muna namin. First few baka mapapatibong kami. Pero yun na Talagang parang ayaw niya na. He doesn't want to be burdened by all of these people he killed. So yun na, he was out for redemption.
Thank you, sir. I just made that observation kasi I just want, of course, the Quadcom to be above the suspicion ba na we're just allowing statements like that to be coming out from resource persons. Now, you also mentioned, Senator Trillanes, in your testimony, you mentioned Councilor Mola Villera kanina no, na siya yung sabi mong bagman.
Yes.
An issue that I have with this is, parang walang links naman Bigla na lang sinasabi na just because there are photos of them together, then ma-assume ba na, come to a conclusion that he is involved.
Yan po, yung conclusion po na yan, Mr. Chairman, was born out of the investigation po dun sa Senado. That ito pong si Mr. Mark Taguba and other brokers, kailangan magbigay ng enrollment fee kay Pulong at Manscarpio para maging accredited brokers sila nung pagpasok nila ng mga kontrabado, Mr. Chairman. At ang middleman na nagre-represent kay Mr. Pulong Duterte is si Mr. Small Abiliera. So lahat po itong mga information na to, yung pera na binibigay sa kanya, lahat galing po yan dun sa investigation po namin sa Senado, Mr. Chairman.
Before I ask Councilor Abiliera, but isn't it also a fact that the witness that you're referring to, Mark Taguba, also recanted the testimony that he gave? Hindi ba siya nag-recant?
Wala pong recantation.
Walang recantation?
Opo.
So he's sticking to the allegations that he made of the involvement of some of the members of the presidential family in the previous administration?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, as represented by Mr. Small Abiliera.
Okay. Mr. Chair, if I could just ask a few questions to Small Abiliera, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Mr. Small Abiliera, sir. Question lang, diretso na po ang tanong at saka I hope you give me a straight answer din, no? Kasi kanina nabanggit ni Senator Trillanes that you were acting as a bagman. Is that true or not?
It is not.
So you categorically deny that you are acting for and behalf of somebody else as a bagman. Tama po?
Mr. President, binanggit lang naman niya ako dahil close kami at that time ni Pulong Duterte. Totoo naman yun, inamin ko yun, alam niya sa Senate. Nagkaharap kami sa Senate niyan. Sinabi ko na yun, sinigot ko na yun siya niyan. Kaya nga hanggang ngayon, wala silang mano sa akin
So you were saying that it's at that time, no? Close kayo at that time. Ngayon, hindi na kayo close.
Mr. President, it is a known fact in Davao na kalaban ako ni Congressman Pulong Duterte.
And would you care to explain bakit kalaban ka na ngayon na dati close kayo?
Actually, hindi ko rin alam, Mr. President, kung bakit pareho lang din yan. Hindi ko alam kung bakit ako ginadamay ni former Senator Trillanes.